Hi, I'm Taryn from EEX, and I'm going to talk about what it means to improve suppliers from the inside out. From the inside? What do I mean by that? Usually when we talk about supply chains, we do it in a hierarchical structure. Even our terminology is built in a way that puts buyers at the top and suppliers at the bottom. Buyers have Tier 1 suppliers and Tier 2, Tier 3, and so on. And while orders are flowing from the buyers, it's a top-down mentality that tends to frame how we interact with suppliers for everything we do, even for how we help them improve. And this is how it looks. Let's just say a supply chain event occurs that affects the brand's cost, quality, or reputation. Well, it results in the buyer discovering some shortcoming of the factory. They may find out that 80% of their suppliers aren't tracking some piece of data electronically. This results in the brand figuring out the best way they know how to solve the problem. And they force that best practice on their suppliers, such as making them all get a certain ERP system to fix that data problem. Now, for some suppliers, that might just happen to be exactly what they need. But some factories already have their own system. Other factories don't have the labor or technical infrastructure to implement something like that. Many won't even be able to afford it, and others will require lengthy training and the need to hire different kinds of staff that they may not even be able to find. As a factory, this top-down approach results in constant demands to report on something, join some organization, buy this new thing, and use less of something else. For factories, this approach causes more problems than it solves. And if it's not really solving problems for factories, it's not really helping anyone improve. So what would it look like the other way around? A bottom-up approach. If we looked at what factories did well and developed standards and requirements that flowed up to buyers, maybe we would discover that our suppliers are leaders in certain areas and will take the initiative to become leaders in things that make sense for their business. Well, in a world with little international regulatory control and a price-driven economy, it just becomes a race to the bottom. So, if the top-down approach doesn't work, and neither does the bottom-up approach, perhaps we need to examine the incentives for factory improvement from the inside out. What if requirements were developed based on how well they worked to actually help factories improve their business? It sounds great, so why don't we do it this way? Well, it's mainly because factories don't have the right tools. Until now. At EEX, we are building smart data apps that are designed specifically for the needs of Chinese factory users. Our first one, EEX Charge, helps factories run their business better, reducing their cost first and helping them meet their customer requirements in the process. It's not built just to collect data that they don't even care about, just to send a report to their customer. It helps them be more profitable. They have access to Charge anywhere they need it, whether on the factory floor or on their smartphone. The app provides recommendations prioritized by importance to that factory's business, rather than on someone else's requirements. As they improve, they can discover new customers that are the right fit and set goals to improve their factory in order to expand their business. EEX Charge puts the factory first, so they can focus on putting their customers first.